Hey there! Today we're going to talk about how to turn your home into a space that's not just safer, but a place that really supports freedom and independence, especially for anyone living with low vision. And we're going to start by questioning something you might already have.
So let me ask you something. That motion sensor light in the hall, we all get them to prevent accidents, right? But what if I told you that sometimes it might actually be doing the exact opposite? Just picture this. It's 3 in the morning, you get up, maybe for a glass of water, and you step into the hallway and bam! This super bright floodlight-style beam just blasts you right in the eyes. And for a few seconds, you're seeing spots, totally disoriented in the pitch dark. That exact moment. That temporary blindness, that's the problem we're diving into today.
So why is that moment of being disoriented such a big deal? Well, it points to this really critical link between vision and the risk of falling. But first, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what low vision really needs.
So, what is low vision anyway? Well, according to the National Eye Institute, it's basically a level of vision loss that regular glasses or contacts just can't fix. And it's significant enough to make everyday activities, like just getting around your own house, a real challenge.
And the stakes here, they are incredibly high. The CDC tells us that this number, 3 million, that's how many older adults are treated in emergency rooms for injuries from falls every single year. That's a huge number, and it just goes to show you that making our homes safer isn't a small thing. It's a major health issue.
But here's the most important part, and this comes straight from the CDC. Most falls happen right at home. And here's the hopeful part. So many of them can be prevented. This isn't just about bad luck, it's about smart design.
Okay, so let's get practical. The great news is there is so much we can do about this. And we're going to start with the #1 culprit when it comes to disorientation, the lighting. It's time to shift from that harsh, dangerous glare to a soft, helpful glow. This chart really gets to the core of it. You see, that harsh glare doesn't just blind you for a second. It creates these deep, dark shadows that can easily hide a shoe or the edge of a rug. What we want instead is soft, diffused light that's spread out evenly so it creates a warm, consistent path and gets rid of those dangerous shadows completely.
So how do we tame that midnight blinder? It's actually a pretty simple 3-step fix. First, just swap out those super bright bulbs for ones with a lower wattage. Amber-colored bulbs are great too, because they're way less jarring on your eyes when they're adjusting to the dark. Second, and this one is so important, make sure the light is aimed down at the floor, lighting up your path, not up in your face. And third, a dimmer switch is your best friend. It gives you total control to soften the light.
And these ideas work all over the house. Think about adding low-level nightlights in hallways and bathrooms so there's always a safe path. Put some focused task lighting right over your kitchen counters. The whole idea is to have the right light in the right place. That means light switches you can actually find, using those motion sensors wisely on a low-glare setting, and, of course, letting in as much natural daylight as you can.
Okay, so lighting is a huge piece of the puzzle, but it's not the only piece. A truly safe home goes beyond just what happens when you flip a switch. Let's build on this. If you take only one thing away from this whole explainer, please let it be this. The single most powerful tool you have, besides lighting, to make a home safer for someone with low vision is contrast. Making things stand out from their background, it is an absolute game changer.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. Think about a staircase where every single step is the same color. That's a recipe for a fall. But a simple strip of bright tape on the edge of each step, suddenly they're crystal clear. Same idea applies to a white light switch on a white wall. Just put a dark cover plate on it, and bam, you can see it. It's all about making the important stuff impossible to miss.
So to round things out, here are a few final super important tips from the American Academy of Ophthalmology. Those little throw rugs, they are one of the most common trip hazards. So either secure them with double-sided tape or, honestly, just get rid of them. Keep your floors clear of clutter and cords. Organize your cabinets so you know exactly where everything is. And simple little things like putting a raised dot on the on button on the microwave can make a world of difference.
So, we've covered a lot, right? We've talked about lighting, about the power of contrast, and about staying organized. We've looked at the data. Let's bring it all together into one final core idea. Look, here's what this is really all about. Putting a strip of tape on a step or changing a light bulb, that's not just about preventing a fall. Every single one of these changes is a tool. It's a tool for building confidence, for moving around freely, and for holding on to the independence and quality of life that every single person deserves to have in their own home.
And that really brings us to our final thought. As you go about your day, I want you to look around your home with this new perspective and just ask yourself, what is the one small change I can make today to create a safer home tomorrow?